Hello, all. Welcome to Hockey Tap Podcast, episode 223. The Olympics are here. I'm also here with my two co-hosts, Shorts Guy,
Hello.
Schwim. Esteban is off
Yo.
gallivanting in some foreign Peruvian country. He's not really. I think he's actually in his apartment. So I don't know. I don't know where Steven is, but he's hopefully doing all the great things that he normally does in life.
We almost
We're
got
brought
the
to you by
whole
Primetime
song there,
Radio.
didn't we?
I know. Yeah, I was trying to maneuver some things on posting on Facebook, and it just took a little bit longer than I wanted it to. But anyways, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Leave us a 5-star review if you be ever so kind. Gentlemen, what are we drinking?
You got
Well,
anything, Shorts
I'll
Guy?
start. I am having yellow flashing lights because I still have it on tap here at the house. So it's
How long does it stay
Damn
good in a keg?
yellow flashing lights actually ages pretty well.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
they
it's always
actually
cold. I
age-
just didn't know like how, do you feel like the bubbles are less? Well, that's really bubbly, but-
no, only because there's a separate CO2 tank that is used there. But it really depends on the style. Like the stout will stay. I've had some ciders go a little bit drier. I had a hazy IPA that by the end of it was like mud almost. So that didn't really. That one you have to have a little bit quicker.
Ooh. Yeah, mud
Some of
drinks,
the
no bueno.
Yeah, like the color from what I was getting down there to what I had at home was not good. But I had to finish it. I have never sent any kegs back with beer.
No, you cannot.
And usually
Sacrilege.
the IPAs hold up, but that's why I like the Sixtels because you go through them quicker. So, but yeah, the yellow flashing lights. I actually have a 32-ounce growler from last year's keg that I wanted to at some point I have to crack and have a side-by-side comparison. That's for a night when I don't have to drive anywhere because that'll throw me for a loop.
I'm having a back of the fridge beer.
Back of the bitch. Easy, Schwim. She's a
You said it, I
podcast, man.
It's a
Jesus.
back of the fridge Southern Tier 2X IPA.
Shrim, I think
Right.
you need a kegerator.
I would love a
Well, I think
kegerator.
so too.
I am
need a
an
lot of
advocate for everyone. I am an advocate for everyone to have a kegerator. If you like beer, get
Yes.
a kegerator. I'm a
We should all
big
have
advocate of
kegerators.
that.
Then
Yeah.
we'll get different types, and we can try out our different beers and let each other know how they are.
Yes,
on our other
we can do a
podcast.
we
Beer
can
on
do a
swap.
pub crawl. We can do a pub
Ooh.
crawl to everybody's house.
To everybody's
Yeah,
house. I like it.
Exactly.
I do like that. All right, I am going with I've had this before, but Wicked Weed Brewing. That's out of oh geez, I'm gonna get slaughtered for this one. It's in Asheville, North Carolina. I was just blanking on
boy.
the name, but this one's called Blue Raz Burst, and it's a session sour. So gonna go with that. All right, let's get what's on tap for today's episode. Here's our weekly snapshot. The Olympics are here. You got the Friday intro and all the pomp and circumstance, and then you had Team USA getting the first win, and girls Team USA, by the way. Women start
Mhm.
first, followed by the men. Men start, I believe, Wednesday. Is one of the first games.
Wednesday.
Team USA just beat Switzerland. They are a wagon. This ladies' team. Hillary Knight is just an absolute monster, and she's the first woman. Yeah, she's the first woman to appear in 4 Olympic Games in ice hockey, which is awesome because she really is truly. She's a Hall of Famer already, and might be the best woman hockey player of all time. She's up there. She has to be in the conversation. But yeah, she had, I believe,
She is the conversation.
yeah, she is well, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be that big of a homer, but she is awesome. Hannah Bilka had a goal, and Alex Carpenter, another awesome women's hockey player, Kendall Coyne, And you go through the list, and they have some stars that you've seen in the past. But this team, this women's team, is also very young, and the young players that they have on this team are really, really filthy. Joy Dunn, she had a goal, 3 points today. And there's a couple of girls that are just awesome, and my daughter's into it. The whole family's into it. Obviously, it's Olympics.
Nice.
It's fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you watch this team, and they're just as nasty and fierce as the boys, and they're checking and doing all the stuff that you would think maybe is a little bit softer in the nope, not for women's hockey. Women's hockey is nasty. You have to have backbone, and I back at UMass, I played the Amherst women's hockey team. It was a little scrimmage match we had for charity, and one of the girls on the Amherst women's hockey team hip checked the shit out of me, and I flew over her backflip style. I looked like a complete asshole, and it was fantastic. Loved every minute of it. And yeah, these girls, they fight to win, and this is what you can see on this US team. And it's obviously going to be a clash between them and Canada. I think Canada's 2-0, and USA is 3-0. Sweden's also 3-0. Italy has 2 wins, but the two teams are Group A, USA, Canada, and it's going to be fun to see that hopeful championship matchup, because they're forever clashing and forever heated rivals, more so I think than the men's competition. But go US women's hockey. I am forever rooting for them, and who knows, maybe a young Dean might join that once they get a little older. I certainly would not be adverse to it. Maybe I have 1-1. That'd be really cool, huh? Yeah. But yeah, you guys got anything on the women's hockey, women's game?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Cam Granato
been doing really well also for the
Who?
US team. The goalie, isn't she really good?
Yeah, it's oh man. Now you
I
just
forgot her name.
it's
Blanking on it.
crap. Gwyneth Phillips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's really good. Ava McNaughton is the other one. She's the backup, or I think they're kind of 1A, 1B, but both of them are obviously filthy, and they play in the States over here. But yeah, Kayla Barnes is another one. Yeah, I think they've only allowed 1 goal in the tournament.
That's freaking amazing.
If I saw that,
right.
Saw that right. Full hockey.
You know what?
Oh, US men starts Thursday, not Wednesday.
Oh, good.
I thought it was okay. All right.
Wait,
Good,
it
'cause
starts
Liverpool
Wednesday,
plays
but just not
Wednesday.
US. US doesn't start till Thursday.
All right,
Oh,
good.
okay, but the tournament starts Wednesday. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, the men start on Wednesday, but just not US. Italy and Sweden on Wednesday.
I am surprised that Cam Granato only played 2 Olympics.
Yeah.
I thought she would have played more, because she's like, I think women's hockey. I think Cam Granato first, only because she was like
I
the
actually
player.
have. I don't know if you see it, but there's the box, the Wheaties box over there was signed by the
Oh, with her?
1990 Olympic women's
Nice.
gold medal, and she signed it. Yeah, so I got her in there.
Nice.
Best women's hockey players all time. Let's see, just fun little, what do the
are you
pundits
looking up-
say?
Are you looking up women,
Just Google.
U.S. women, or just women in general?
U.S. women.
Just women in general.
Best
US
women's
okay,
hockey
US
players all time, just overall.
Okay.
So talk to this last quarter century. Here, 25 best hockey players of all time, all women. They have
Okay.
Haley Wickenheiser, who was just nominated to the Hockey Hall of Fame, and I've heard,
That's all,
obviously
yep.
she's up there.
Mhm.
Jenny Kurkowski, I believe she's Finnish. 5 Finnish MVPs, 6 Finnish Best D awards, 7-time All-Star, 4 defense point leaders, 9-time Best Defender, which is first, and 1 World Championship MVP. Haley Wickenheiser, by the way, had 3 MVPs, 2 in the Olympics, 1 in the World Championship. 13 top 10 points appearances, first led 3 times, always up to get in the Olympics, longtime captain, Hockey Hall of Famer, who said. Cami Granato, they have as number 3, 4-time tournament leader in points.
Okay.
She's tied for first. 9 top 10 points appearances, and the great NCAA career, longtime captain, Hockey Hall of Famer. Angela Ruggiero, another American, 6-time best defender, 5-time defensive point leader, an MVP in the NCAA, and then obviously the pro career in the Hall of Fame. You have Jana Hefford at 5, Angela James at 6, 7 is Marie-Philippe Poulin, who's still playing. You Brianna Decker at 8. They have Jennifer Botterill at 10, Hillary Knight at 11, but she's still going. So let's see what happens a little bit more.
Yeah, but isn't she like tied for some? Is it points record or
So-
goals record or something?
Hillary Knight has 2 Winter Classic, damn it, World Championship MVPs, 1 CWHL MVP, 4-time tournament leader in points. She's also tied for first, so there you go. So that would mean the next point. She probably already beat that now. Hillary might be the best because this was dated a couple weeks ago, and then she's just a points machine. So let's see.
I saw
Hillary
that
Knight.
she tied whatever record it was the last game. So I guess maybe
Hillary Knight
I'm assuming she had a
record.
point or whatever it was in this.
14
last
goals. The 5-time.
My head.
She's a 5-time Olympian. I thought it was 4. 5-time
Oh, wow.
Olympian is just 1 goal away from becoming the all-time leading Olympic
Who
goal
is-
scorer for the
that's
U.S.
Knight?
women's hockey team.
Yeah, Hillary Knight.
Hillary Knight.
Hillary Knight, yeah, because I was going to
14
say
goals was by
All right, so it's
Natalie
goals.
Darwitz
Yeah,
and Katie
it's
Kim.
tied.
because Kendall Coyne's in her 4th Olympics. When you said 4, I was like, wait a minute. I think I've seen Kendall Coyne there for more often, but
Yeah, so
about
Hillary
the same,
Knight
so-
tied the record. Her next goal would be the breaking one. I wonder what it is all time for the Olympics. Let's see here. Women's Olympic all time points leaders. Great podcasting. Something maybe I should have looked up a little bit
Seriously.
earlier.
Yeah.
yeah, it is. I'm sure if you Google, you Google great Canadian women hockey players, you know who's going to be top of that list?
Who?
Megan Demeter.
Demeter. Yeah. No, isn't it?
Michaela.
It's not Megan.
Michaela, that's it. I
I was like thinking about it. I was like, that doesn't sound like anyone I know. And then I
Michaela.
was like, oh, I
Yeah,
know.
whatever.
Michaela Demeter,
Michaela.
all-time hockey
Yeah.
goalie.
Yep.
She is.
All right, so
all-time
Haley
number
Wickenheiser
one.
has the most points at 51, and she is 15 ahead of the next person, which is Marie-Philippe Poulin. That is disgusting. Hillary Knight has 29 in 24 games played. Haley Wickenheiser had 51 in 26 games played. Wow.
That's
Yeah,
these tournaments are
yeah.
short.
Yeah. For goals, the top person of all time in goals is also Haley Wickenheiser. She's has 18, and Knight has 14. Marie-Philippe Poulin has 17, so they're neck and neck, or they're close to each other. So we'll see if maybe one of them overtakes Wickenheiser. Yeah, I mean, she's 33 assists, which is 12 more than anybody else, which is Jenny Potter. Wow, yeah, she's really, really good.
Toothless could use a
listen,
couple
it's
players.
yeah, we'll take our whole team. They could easily replace our whole team.
Yes, they could.
Goalie records. Let's see here. Most in the tourney, most games played was 20 by Nora Rate, from
Is
Finland.
Michaela on the list?
Nope, I don't see her. She also has the most wins. Is there any Americans on here?
They want to put
Sarah
asses in the
DaCosta.
seats. They should have that girl on the team.
Yeah,
Every
I mean,
red-blooded male want to show up to that game.
it would add a different element to the hockey game for sure. All right, so let's get a little more Olympic stuff, and we'll go through the NHL in a little bit too. But just kind of what we missed is
What
as they ended.
NHL? There's no NHL right now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, especially for
is
I just
frozen
meant
right
you
now.
know to end the break that we just had. So the men start up on Thursday. Canada's also on Wednesday, I believe. Obviously, I think we all kind of think Canada is the shoe-in for gold.
Canada's
I mean, I
Thursday
say
also.
shoe-in, they're the favorite, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I'd
the-
say.
I'd say
Canada's the
they're
favorite. They
one and
have
USA
all
two.
I think their defense is top 3. Their offense is the number 1 easy. Their goaltending stinks, but they got through it with bad goaltending last year and in the winter in the Four Nations.
Four Nations.
I disagree.
I don't think we have any arguments. What you think? What the goaling is bad, good?
I think that Binnington is a tournament goalie, and when you want somebody for a short tournament, you're going to want him. I think he proves that in a short spurt of time. He can play very well, and he could just be absolutely lights out. If you want him long term over a long season, he's a head case.
That's where it starts he starts to decay.
But you say, listen, here's 6 games. We need you to play your best for 6 games. I think the guy's got the mental capability to do that, and when he's on, he's hard to beat. So I think for a tournament, Binnington's going to be their guy, and you've got to look at him from that point of view versus a full season in the NHL, because his numbers are going to be wildly different. I think he's their best bet to go for a win.
Canada plays Thursday
over
against Czechia.
You think over Logan Thompson, who's had just a great 2 seasons in a row?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know that I.
Listen, Logan Thompson could not.
There's no way.
Logan Thompson couldn't handle me razzing him for 1 game, and he was out for weeks. I was there once. He had me on his back once, and he was out for weeks. Binnington, I think short spurts, tournaments. Binnington's your guy, because tournaments versus long league play, it's night and day. And that means that Binnington's
now he has a good team in front of him. He doesn't have the shitty St. Louis Blues in front of him.
Well, and that's the other thing I was going to say too. Like, Binnington's also has the ability to play with a roster he's not used to. You know, Logan Thompson's playing well with a roster he's used to. It's, I don't know what it's like as really so much as a forward. Like, you guys can clue me in on that, better than I, but as a goalie playing in front of players you're not really familiar with, it could be difficult. And I still think I think Binnington's their guy. Numbers be damned.
See, normally I would agree with you. He's gotten even worse. Like, last year was a bad season. This season's even worse. He's got an .864 save percentage. His expected goals, and that does not it. Some of these advanced stats tell you really about the goalie as opposed to the team in front of you. Where is he on this list? It is 91st out of 92 goalies
in the NHL, right?
He is in the NHL. Yeah,
in the NHL.
He's a minus 24.9 goals saved above expected.
A tournament is a totally different style of play. Tournament's totally different.
Yeah. I don't know.
Watch him play friggin' out of his mind in this tournament.
A tournament.
But in this tournament, his team, I would look at the goals scored and what kind of quality they are. Because, yeah, he might have, 13 shots against some of these shitty teams and allow 1 goal. But against an American team or a Sweden team or maybe even Finland, Czechia, that might not be good enough.
All these advanced stats for the NHL are at this point right now out the door. They are out the door because a tournament is a totally different style of play. A tournament is not you're going to meander through a first period, do well. You've got tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Hit the ground running.
There is no tomorrow, and I think Binnington, for the mental case that he is built for this style of play. I mean, when the Blues won the Stanley Cup, he came in January and just was lights out for not only the rest of the season come January, but then the playoffs. This guy is a short spurt goaltender. And it's I think he's going to do well. All those stats be damned, because that goes all out the window when it comes to this tournament. It's a different style of play. It's a wider, it's a bigger rink, and we've got the history between the.
No, it's smaller.
Is it smaller than international but bigger than NHL?
I thought
it's smaller than NHL. It's
okay.
They lost that whole thing with the measuring wrong. They fucked it up.
The metric system is the tool of the devil.
Yeah, well, the NHL, these players will play on a pond. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah. And yeah, advanced stats be damned. Binnington's going to play well for Canada, and I there's no way that they go with anybody but him. Maybe Logan Thompson gets a game if they're clinched in
like
the
the
next
second
round,
game or something.
something like that. But Binnington's going to get all your big games because look what he did in that final in the Four Nations. It's Binnington's a tournament goalie.
Robbed.
Yeah.
Who was it that he robbed? Was it Austin Matthews? In overtime.
Might have been.
I think he robbed
I think it was over.
Austin
Yeah,
Matthews.
it was Austin Matthews.
So
scored to win it.
So Schwim, I'm going to ask you this, and then Billy Dean, you can chime in. Tournament game, 1 game to win. Having seen what Binnington's done in a tournament style of play, having seen what Vassey's done in the playoffs, who do you go with?
Oh, I want Vassey all day.
Binnington or Vassey? It's Vassey, yeah.
Yeah, what 1 game? If it's like a game 7,
it's not even close.
Or that, you absolutely want Vassey.
I could pick, I think, 4 goalies that I'd rather have.
Definitely. Well, I mean, if the choice, if Vassey is one of the choices, I'm absolutely going with him. Not just because I'm a Tampa fan.
It's not even close.
His track
Yeah. But I mean, he's
in games like that, also like big time games, and also he has a very good record after a loss, but that's a different category. But like closeout games, he has an awesome record. He always plays awesome, and
he does
like closeout games.
I could maybe even go higher than 4. I could probably go 6. I honestly think so.
In a tournament, though? In a tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I would pick the 3 Russian goaltenders, so Vassey, Shesterkin, and no, I would pick Shesterkin. Have you seen his playoff numbers? His team sucks, and he is still ridiculous.
Totally different. Tournament's totally different.
NHL playoffs is a tournament, and especially the amount of games the Rangers play, which is usually about the same that they play in the Olympics. They don't make it past round 2. So
Rangers, I hate to burst your bubble. Rangers aren't playing any Olympic games, Billy Dean.
I know they're not, but still, that's why I'd pick the 3 Russian goaltenders. That's Vassey, Shesterkin, and Bobrovsky.
What about Sorokin?
I would. I just haven't seen him in the playoffs. He's great, but I just haven't seen him in the playoffs.
I hate that we're going to see him in the playoffs this year. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I hope there's just this meteoric drop off, and they just fall out of the playoffs. But I think short of a sinkhole for the UBS or USB arena,
USB. I would take. I was just going through this. I would take Philip Gustafsson. I think he's played very well recently, and I think that he's a little more.
Is he proven to win in a tournament?
His playoff numbers have not been bad at all.
Has he won?
Well, now how many people have won?
And we give all this time.
He won a cup as a rookie, and then since then he's just been not good. So he won a cup as a rookie, and then 8 years after he wins a Four Nations. We're like, oh, this guy's 2 tournaments, and then the rest have been horrible.
And let's face it,
on top of that, he's a nutbag.
Canada's taking Binnington because they have to. They have no other option.
They would absolutely. If Marc-Andre Fleury was playing and,
he might
5
be
years younger
prime,
on the team,
I don't know if he's. Are we talking prime Fleury?
Prime Fleury,
last
absolutely.
Olympics.
Yeah, prime Fleury. That's different.
Last Olympics.
Prime Fleury, he's doing it.
If they had any other goaltenders, they'd be picking them. It's just Thompson didn't play for them in the World Championships, so Canada had this, pucker against them, and then the Wedgwoods. I would. There's some guys that I would definitely think about.
Blackwood.
I would not take Wedgwood over Binnington. No way. And I like Wedgwood. I like Blackwood, but I would not take them over Binnington in a tournament. Not a chance.
By the way, so Philip Gustafsson's playoff numbers, he's 4-6, but that's his team. He's got a .233 goals against and a .921 save percentage in 11 games started. That's really good.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a few goalies, and I just think that Bennington, yeah, he goes on hot streaks, but I think every goalie has a hot streak, and his hot streak might be a little better than some other people's, but it just, I, I,
He
I still think
I
he's
think Connor Hellebuck's better.
plays big. He plays big in big games. So if Canada's
Yep.
faced
Yeah.
with like a big game, he's not going to be a lot like in other games where he's a liability. If it's a big game, he's not going to be a liability. They're going to lose that game because of something else. He plays good in big games.
And a
I'll
tournament,
give him that.
and in a tournament, every game is a big game.
We're going to
Every
see.
game
One
is a
guy
big
that
game
I
in a
think
tournament.
He could play shitty and Canada will still win 13.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It might not fall on goaltending for them because they're so unbelievably stacked.
Yeah. One guy I would definitely take over him would be Lukas Dostal, and he is that's one of the teams, Czechia, that I think could
They play him
pounce on
first.
some
Dark
people
horse.
that didn't. Yeah, and if a Dostal plays really well, who knows what this team can do, because they have the firepower still with, Avi Pasta and Neckas.
I would love it if Yager. I would love it if Yager was on the team.
Oh, it'd be great. It would be great.
65-year-old Jaromir Yager comes out for his
It would be
800th Olympic game.
That would be a lot of fun.
He's,
I would
he's
pay
no
money
better
to say
than
that.
any of the players on Italy or France.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
some of the even the center they just called up because Zaka's hurt. They yeah.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Schwim, why aren't you on Team Italy, by the way?
I think I could have made the team, honestly.
I
They
think
want
you
to
could
take
have
any-
made-
probably should
They only
have.
wanted to take people born and bred in Italy for their team this year. So
Did they?
that's why I didn't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they didn't want to take
I
any Italian players playing in Europe or anything. They wanted only homegrown Italian players. They're gonna get
I think
absolutely. Either them or France are gonna get embarrassed.
All right, so Schwim, hear me out. I believe I have a little bit of Italian blood in me, not a lot, obviously, because of how pale and dry my skin is. However, if I can find that little bit of Italian blood, you and I should go try out for Team Italy.
You should.
Should.
I'd pay money to see that.
It'd be fantastic. They play Sweden on Wednesday. They're gonna get absolutely embarrassed. Game one.
Manhandled. You know what I legitimately for about 15 minutes looked into what I would have to do to try out for the Irish national hockey team.
Just sign a piece of paper.
It was pretty much. I think it was last year, or the year before. Sacred Heart had a goalie on their roster. Can't remember the kid's name, but he was actually on Team Ireland. He was on the Irish national hockey team.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and he was one of their goaltenders.
Okay.
There's still hope.
Do it.
There's still hope. All we need is Dublin to host a Winter Olympics.
Yeah,
and then I'll go all out. Yeah, then they're automatically in. I'll go all out at the age of 57, trying out for the Irish national team, and probably have a decent shot of making it.
You could be the Irish Yager.
That's fine. I'm good with that.
The Irish goalie Yager.
Count me in.
I like it.
Count me in.
Any teams that you think, besides the big three, Sweden, U.S., Canada, that you guys could see maybe pulling up an upset? Jumping in beside, Czechia. Is it Germany? Is it Denmark?
Yeah.
Is it Finland?
Finland,
I want to say
pretty decent. But
the Finns are
not with
always.
those other three. I still don't think they're anywhere near Sweden, U.S., or Canada.
Yeah, I think the Finns
They
can
got good players,
cause
but
trouble.
I don't know.
They do. It's one of
Some
those
the
like
best
we were
players.
talking
They got
about. I think
freaking Rantanen and Heiskanen.
Yeah, the Finns have a lot of good hockey players, and they could. Again, that's the great thing about this tournament is that it's a tournament, and it's like the playoffs. Like you just get a team that's hot, playing well. I mean, best example is the 1980 team. They weren't supposed to do anything.
Yeah.
You know? and they are now that team that lives in infamy, and it's, I know they parade those guys around, every 4 years, and I'm like halfway through the new Netflix
It's
documentary,
good.
but
I watched it. Watched the
yeah,
whole thing. It
yeah.
was really
So
good.
far, I love it.
Yeah.
It's
I gotta watch that.
but what that team did, man, um, is just so awesome, and that's really the epitome of what a team. I mean, hell, Schwim, watch Italy just figures something out for about a week. Goes all
Could
the
you
way-
imagine?
Absolutely no.
Oh my god.
So what would
I think, I
one
think
Schwim
Slovakia could be
what would
pretty
Schwim
good.
do? What would Schwim do if the gold medal game was U.S. versus Italy?
Mm.
I don't think I'd be alive because there's no winning in my lifetime.
Yeah,
No way.
that'd definitely be interesting. See
It
what
would be.
happens.
If Italy scores a goal, I think I'll be shocked.
Yeah, their roster is pretty putrid.
Like I
We'll go over it
honestly
maybe next
picture
week.
them like I don't foresee how they're gonna even score a goal. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting.
All right, let's before we get out of here, I just want to touch base on the NHL. Obviously, a couple things happened before, and we didn't podcast last week. NHL standings as we are. Tampa's in first in the Atlantic. Montreal, Detroit is the 2-3. Carolina, Pittsburgh, and the Islanders are 1-2-3 in the Metro.
Wow.
The
Ugh.
Devils and Rangers are the 7 and 8 spots. Florida Panthers also sitting in 8 in the Atlantic. Western Conference: Colorado,
I hope
Minnesota, Dallas, the same 3 teams. A little bit closer now, 83 points for Colorado. They had a little bit of a losing streak going on. While Minnesota's been 8-1-1 in their last 10, and Dallas is 7-3. St. Louis Blues are last there with Bennington as their hero. Pacific: Vegas, Edmonton, and the Seattle Kraken, 1, 2, and 3, with the Vancouver Canucks sitting in that 8th spot. Canucks are the worst in the league,
Womp womp.
followed by the St. Louis Blues, followed by my New York Rangers.
And why will
Speaking
Chicago
of-
get the first overall pick?
Yeah. If they ever wanted to rig a draft for the New York Rangers, now would be the time. They've only had the first overall pick once in their entire career. But
And they wasted
speaking
it
of the
on
New York
guys who
Rangers,
Yeah.
speaking of the New York Rangers, they make a significant trade this past week prior to the roster freeze, player roster movement freeze. They send longtime favorite, future Hall of Famer in New York Rangers, red, white, and blue, Artemi Panarin to the LA Kings, and he signs a 2-year extension, $11 million per. They get back Liam Greentree, who is their number 1 prospect, as well as a conditional 3rd, which can become a 2nd, and then they can also add a 4th, depending on how LA does in the playoffs. I did not like the return at the time. I'm still not in love with it, but I do think that Liam Greentree is a prospect of note, and I'm excited to see what he can do as a power forward in this league. Obviously, Panarin, it's tough. He was always awesome in the regular season. Playoffs, he was a little less so, but, obviously the game gets tighter. We've all seen players like that kind of, lose their ability in the playoffs. But he, brought us to 2 Eastern Conference Finals, and he was part of so many fun teams, a President's Trophy team, and, the high leg kicks and 120 points, MVP voting. He should have, I think, won that MVP during the COVID-shortened year. He was, I think, the best player in hockey that year. But listen, he's going to go down. He had, obviously has some allegations that tint his legacy, and no one will ever know what happened. But there was obviously a payout to a girl that he, accused him of, assault. But when you look at the player, he brings this infectiousness and smiling to a fan base and the bread man and all this stuff. So he's going to be missed as a player, and the Rangers don't have anyone now to fill that void. It's a point per game player is tough to get in the National Hockey League, and I wish we could have re-signed him There's different circumstances, and he obviously had the no trade clause, which, he went to all the teams and said, "Hey, what can you guys offer?" And LA came back with the best offer that of the teams that he liked. Apparently, Seattle Kraken offered him a 4-year, $14 million per, which is the second highest AAV, and he didn't want to go to Seattle, and that's his choice. I understand it. I would have thought maybe Seattle, they were talking about possibly Shane Wright. That would have been an interesting piece back if that had happened.
If he
Schwim,
to go
of course,
they would have got a much better package back. The fact that he wanted to go to LA,
I don't think so.
Handcuffed Drury. He wasn't going to go to Seattle.
Think so.
Obviously, they offered him friggin' $14 million. I'm like, he didn't want to go there.
Yeah, but I think you would have gotten the same kind of package, the same high level prospect and a shorty pick, or maybe it's a first and a really bad prospect. I think the first is the equivalent that you would have gotten.
What would you have done if he goes to Seattle and your return, amongst the other little pieces, was Capo Caco?
You got Caco back.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Be hilarious.
But I just don't think essentially what the Rangers got was a first-round pick, because Liam Grieche was a first-round pick 2 years ago, and a middling kind of prospect, and that's where they get the third, conditional being second. But and then of course Schwim in a day that I was hurting last week, putting down the big guy and stuff, but Schwim then throws a haymaker saying, "Oh, it's going to be the Capitals and Ryan Leonard's involved," and I'm like, "Oh, some really nice news. Thank you so much, Schwim." And then, nope, Schwim got because he's a big POS and doesn't look at who's sending out tweets.
There's a different vowel in the guy's name, and it got me.
That was a sucker punch right to the cojones on top of just a bad week in general. So thank you, Schwim. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, listen, Panarin obviously has his flaws, but he was an exciting player to watch. And, the Rangers organization and team will miss that kind of talent. And I don't know where they're going to get that unless they can make a trade for a Jason Robertson, or, I don't know, Brady Tkachuk wants to come here. Like, what they have to do something. There's no free agents that are going to get you a point per game player. And that's just what it is. So overall, I wasn't happy with the trade, but and we'll see what Drury does coming out of this Olympic break with guys like Trocheck, who's the top name on the market, and will probably get you a monster deal.
I wouldn't mind.
Schneider's another one.
You're getting no monster deal.
I absolutely think you're getting a monster deal. He's going to go to a team, and they're going to get 4 playoff runs for a $5 million second line center. He is going to get a first and 2 big prospects, or a first, a big prospect, and a young roster player. He's going to get essentially what
money on him.
He's going. Well, they're not going to have to, because $5 million is nothing. He's going to get
for teams that are strapped. They need retention.
He's going to get what the Islanders got from Colorado plus. It's a Cal Ritchie, it's a first-round pick, and it's another player. That's what's going to happen. I know it's going to. That's just, GMs are stupid. Bill Guerin will give his left and right nut for Vincent Trocheck. I mean, he has him on his Olympic team, and he just boasts about him.
Chris Drury? To Chris Drury.
Yeah, Chris Drury.
No. They know that Chris Drury is a terrible GM. They're not going to give.
We'll see. Listen, if he comes out of this without that, the Rangers fans will have him fired in the next half year.
Revolt.
Maybe in a couple months he'll be fired.
If they get a shitty prospect and a third-round pick again for somebody,
he will. That's not going to happen. It just because the NHL, the GMs will just be pissed at him for tanking everybody's value on trade chips. Like no one wants to see that kind of an asset go for that little. They'll be furious.
You've got Matt Rempe.
He's your savior going forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bump him up.
He's not even
center,
playing,
right?
too.
Bump him up first line center.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you imagine him
the
centering
Empire State Building?
Lafreniere and Gabe Perreault. Yeah, I love it. Shorts guy talking about fleecings. The Devils making a deal. Get Bustad.
Fantastic trade.
For essentially the same thing that we gave up. What have the Devils fans been talking about this? What is your views? Is this
Devils
arranging the deck
suck.
chairs on the Titanic level?
Is this a what?
Rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic level stupidity?
So the Devils, like, first off, they had to move Pally, and they did. So, but sorry, Schwim.
Yeah.
They gain cap by taking on Bukestad.
Yes.
Like they actually have less cap now than before.
Yes.
I thought that was good. They
Yes,
traded
they
away
did.
Palat's contract and were like, all right, now you have some space, and then you take on Bukestad.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. The trade makes it honestly makes
Where am
no. It really does make no sense. I don't really
Would they give up a
know.
third?
A
think
conditional
it was
fourth,
something
which
like
could be a
that.
third, as well as
Okay.
Thomas Bordeleau
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
for 33-year-old
Yeah.
Nick Bustad.
And what does he have left? Is he a UFA or he's still got years?
He's got
left?
another year, 1.75 per at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what the hell they're doing, and I don't think anyone knows what the hell they're doing unless
No.
it's something that you pick up a middling experienced player that you can package with somebody else to bring somebody. I don't know. I really do not know. But our current cap space is 7.6. So yeah, we also have a lot of guys that are going to be out for a while. I mean, we've got Nason's out on LTIR. I don't know when he's going to be out. Luke's out on LTIR. So
Yep.
Who knows what's going to happen with this team. Brooke and I were at the game. What the hell was it? Last Tuesday against Columbus. It just looked so lackluster. The Devils looked terrible.
You guys have been bad.
They looked lackluster the last games going into the break. So the only advantage is, come mid-April, not going to have to worry about spending money on playoffs. So that's an advantage.
Do they have a first round?
I mean,
pick this year?
technically,
they do.
you're only
All right, so they can potentially win the lottery.
11
Finish
points.
in the-
11 points
so.
out of the wild card.
And that's so that's the thing. We're 11 points, so realistically that's 6 wins, to get that 12th point. It's really not out of the picture.
Yeah, but the
It's
East
No,
is
it's
not.
not.
everyberry's getting points.
I
in the
know,
East.
I know,
It's
I
crazy.
know, I know. Everyone's getting
I don't
points
think
in
it's
the East, and
happening
we're
for these
giving
bottom
away.
teams.
We're giving away like candy, but the reality is it's 6 wins, and I don't know. There's something off with the team in the room. They can't put anything together. We've all three of us have played together on teams that you can't figure out why the hell nothing is working. You can't figure out
I know
why
it's me.
you're not getting the bounce. You can't figure out why the hell you can't make a save. You can't figure out why the hell anything is just it sucks. And that's really where
Schwartz,
the
I do
Devils
have
are
an
right now.
honest question for you right now,
Yes.
as we speak.
Yes.
Do you think, if you were to put money on it, do you envision Jack Hughes on this team in 3 years?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
I do.
I think that everything that's going to happen, and you can see fans turning on, the Hughes, both of them. Obviously the injury thing with Jack, and he comes back just in time for the playoffs. Happy coincidence. I mean, on the other side of the Rangers, just to add to this one, you're going to have JT Miller play in the Olympics and then get shut down afterwards for the rest of the season. I guarantee it's going to happen. Guys want to play in the Olympics, so they're going to come back. That's going to happen. But with the Luke stuff and fans booing him, I don't.
I don't agree with the
I
fans
do.
booing him.
I
though.
like.
I don't.
Yeah, that
So
was stupid.
it goes. It goes. What I forget who that game was against, but the kid made
Ottawa?
a couple of mistakes.
I don't remember.
I don't know, but
He had
the
like one
kid made a
mistake,
couple
and
of
the other one that
mistakes.
they booed him for was like not his fault.
No,
at
it
all.
was
two-
against
two
Carolina.
handles.
Carolina. It was against
Yes,
Carolina.
that's right. Brendan
Went in.
Busey. Yeah.
It was against
Yeah.
Carolina. And they just relentlessly booed him. And it's like the kid made
Mhm.
mistakes. And what I liked, 2 things came out of that I really liked. One, Nico Heischer was not supposed to be available to the media, but he said, "Hey, I want to
Yeah,
tell you
I
all
heard.
something," and he stood up. But then they also made Luke was also available to the media, which they didn't have to. But
He
I
owned it.
think that the Devil, he owned it. He owned it.
He
But I
did.
think
Yeah.
that there was maybe a handful of people in that entire building that night that could have done what he was trying to do. Everyone that was booing him, I guarantee, could not handle any of that pressure that Luke was doing. Now, is this Luke's job to do? Yes.
Yeah.
I don't. This is, and even when Brooke and I were there last Tuesday, we're like, just hearing what some of the Devils fans were saying. It's like the IQ, the hockey IQ, is just not. It's just so
The two dumbest
low.
fan bases are in New York and New Jersey, so yeah.
I know,
makes sense.
I know, and it's frustrating because no, everyone that was booing him, 99.9% of the people that were booing him could not even try to even attempt to do what Luke was even able.
Yeah.
to
Once
do
again,
that
he
game.
gets paid for this, and he's drafted highly. So and also the
Yeah, but that
fans,
doesn't.
whether people like this or not, the fans pay their money, and the product that they see on the ice, if it's not up to
These
you,
are
have every
human
right
beings,
to boo
though.
the shit. It doesn't
These are
matter.
human
You
beings,
paid.
though.
They're idiots.
That
It's
does.
a game.
That's the
It's a
whole.
game.
Yeah,
is
and
a
they're human
sport.
beings.
People go there for
They're very
entertainment.
stupid.
People booed in the Coliseum when guys were dying, and it's innate in sports.
All right, that's
You're going to have people that boo, and they have every right to boo what they see on the court, field, ice arena. They do. Anyone who
they have
says
the right.
differently
That
is
doesn't mean that
stupid.
they're right.
No, they might not be
doesn't
right,
mean that
but
they're right.
and I also think it's a
But-
culmination of the entire Devils season that it just happened that Hughes had
that's-
his worst game, and the Devils just finally lost it. It's unfortunate that's on him
that
and
that
a
does
Hughes
not help.
name. Yeah,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't it does not help, and there is a lot, like, his brother is a world class defenseman, so he, you got to imagine that weighs on the kid as well.
Yeah, he probably has the most pressure on him out of everybody.
He does. He's got it. He's if not the most, it's a lot.
Yeah.
I just think I don't like that our fans are booing him that game. And do they, are people paying? Yes. Can they boo if they want? Yes, they can. But I think when you look at it, it's just like, all right, look at the play. You move on. You don't boo him relentlessly the rest of the game.
yeah. I don't really.
That to me is
my point wasn't on.
That's excessive.
My point wasn't really on his play that game. It was more on how does that affect the Hughes relationship with the Devils organization, and is it obviously they couldn't get Quinn in, and that's going to be a big factor in this. It will be.
It will be.
How does that affect the relationship with the Hughes and the Devils and where they want to go next?
Yeah, but
I honestly think that Hughes. Go ahead.
At the same time, too, like, the players are wearing the Devils jersey, and mistakes are going to happen. Okay, you boo the mistake, but then you still support the player because he's wearing your jersey. The last thing a fan base should ever want to do and ever be proud of doing is booing unless the player is just so egregiously playing awful. Like, there are stories of soccer ultras finding their way into a locker room demanding the jerseys from the players because they're not doing anything. But
Yeah.
if you're going to be a low IQ fan and relentlessly boo somebody for a mistake early in a game, just boo for the mistake, but then, like, do you want to be booed at your job when you make a mistake? No.
I mean,
Is it
I've
gonna
gotten
help you?
booed. Yeah. Anyways, all right. Just quickly before we get out of here, Shrimp, you did talk about extra points with everybody gaining points in the standings. Pittsburgh 12 overtime losses out of their 15, so they are getting loser points almost every single game. Philadelphia has 11. So and a lot of these teams 8 and 7s, and so
Vegas
like you
has
said, the Eastern
doesn't
Conference.
Vegas have like 15 or something?
14 overtime losses, but so do the Kings. Kings have 14 as well, leading the league. All right, stats, and then we'll get out of here. Our favorite stuff. Connor McDavid leads the league in points right now. 58 games played, 96 points. Just ridiculous. Nathan McKinnon, 93. He's got 40 goals, which leads the league. Kuch is right up there, 91. Kucherov.
What a comeback, baby.
I had this. Well, you talk about comeback, so I just have the stat here. I just lost it because I shut down.
He was like 50 something
Google.
in scoring at like the beginning.
Yes, I have it. Hold your horses, hold your britches.
Shit, my britches.
You might. Oh man,
You already dealt with that once tonight.
Right one.
That's true.
Essentially, he had like.
I know they weren't yours, but you
Darn
still had to clean it up.
Yeah, like you said, he was 80, like tied for 50 something. He had like almost a point per game, and then he went on a 35 game pace where he had 75 points.
Yeah,
that is
out of his
just
mind right now.
Unreal. He is playing fantastic, and that's what sucks about not having Russia in the Olympic Games is that you can't see these players. You know, not no fault of their own, but
really great players
and a great team. That team would be medal contention. Yeah. I wish I had that stupid stat. I can't remember where I had because it was just insane. I sent a message to myself. Anyways, you had 31 hat tricks in 31 days in January. Some
that was cool.
Pretty cool stuff for players. Yeah, overall, I think it's been a good NHL season. Celebrini is tied as fourth. Our famous plus minus. Nathan McKinnon leading at plus 48. JJ Moser at 39. There is a returning loser to the plus minus category. Our dear friend Mackenzie Weegar, minus 32. Okay. So he is 80. He is an 80 differential between McKinnon and.
There's talks of him being traded. Weegar. He might become the luckiest man alive come deadline.
He might be. Yeah. Just go somewhere positive.
Yeah.
Vasi leading the league in goals against. He's been fantastic. A .920 save percentage, which is tied second. Wins, Vasi and Vomelka are 1-2. Tied for 1. And yeah, it's been pretty good. You guys have anything else before we?
Right now, also.
He's awesome. Yeah,
what's Vasi doing?
Fantastic.
He's on a
best scorer in the league
right now. I think he's like he's pointed and I think he's like 12-0-1 or something in his last 13 games. Something crazy.
Schwim, you guys are cup favorites, I think, at the.
I hope so. I want us to stay where we are, and I want Florida to stay exactly where they are, and I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I'm going to laugh my ass all the way to the playoffs if Florida stays in last place.
It would be very funny. Yeah.
Yes.
Who had them out of the playoffs? I had Panthers losing round 1. They won't even make it.
I hope they don't make it.
Schwim said Panthers last in the league.
There you go, baby. Let's go. Let's get that.
That would be
Let's get that prediction. Yeah, didn't I say they finished worse in the league and they win?
Could you imagine them getting the number 1 overall pick because you predicted that, you jerk? Oh my God!
I thought they don't have a first round pick this year. I thought they traded it.
No, it's top 10 protected.
Oh, it's protected. Shit.
Yes. Could you imagine? They're going to get Gavin Hanna. Oh my God.
Yeah. I just don't want them to make the playoffs.
Wicked Weed 375.
Maybe you do. Maybe you do want them to make the playoffs so they don't get that pick.
Yeah.
No, I definitely don't want them to make the playoffs because then they can go on a stupid ass run like they've done.
All right, what's your beer, Schwim?
Terrible. No number given. Just terrible.
No number. Shorts, obviously, with all flashing lights, you always give a solid study. So, Shrimp, take her home.
Happy Valentine's Day coming up. I choose you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.
You simp.
I'm special.
I know you got an issue listening to me.